beautiful Cancerians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your Twin Flame bonus reading. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. Just so you know, I have done a general reading, a love reading, and a career reading for the month of June. And this is your bonus twin flame reading. I don't often like to do these readings because the energy is often quite intense. Twin flame energy is sometimes toxic and back and forth cycles. But I have been guided to do them this time round. So here we are. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, let's get straight to your reading. Thank you so much. Ooh, they want to talk straight away. Let me see what's going on here. Thank you so much. Truly grateful. So we have passion, past life relationship, getting to know each other, and unrequited love. Okay. So, sorry, I've got something in my eye, so I'm just going to, one moment please. Okay, so your energy that's coming through, this is your twin flames energy in this present moment and what they've been thinking about, mulling up, etc., etc. For those of you who are interested, I've been using Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels. So we have passion. Okay, this person's passion is a very passionate person, male or female, not a gender specific reading, but this person is someone who ran away from very deep connections. They're very passionate though, and they kept that under wraps. I almost feel this person has an image to display to other people, and this person is one of those people, public displays of affection are a bit of a no-no to this person. They keep it all under wraps, but they're realizing that they've been sabotaging themselves and not being themselves in truth, in complete fullness. We have allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, this person's having a bit of an awakening here to your connection, as well as what they've been doing wrong in the past there, how they've been bottling everything up. They're giving me here. This person, they feel it all under the surface, but they do not show it. This is someone who's very rigid in the way that they act here. They're very, they're giving me, they're very passionate between the sheets, but in all else, they find that they cannot fully express themselves. Okay, this person is also waking up to your twin flame connection. They recognize that you possibly had, I say possibly, I know that they have, and you know that they have, but they are waking up to the possibility of a spiritual bond between you, and that you've had past lives together. It says past life relationship, you have known each other before. They cannot stop thinking about you, Cancer, and you're always on their mind. And they recognize there is a familiarity with you where they just feel like they've known you before and they cannot explain it. And they run away from the unexplainable. They don't believe in, you know, things like UFOs. They don't believe in anything they cannot see physically on the material plane, the physical plane. They cannot believe it. Okay, so this person, they're starting to wake up to something other. Okay, they're recognizing the universe lines things up and starting to believe in divine timing. Okay, but they're tapping into something. I feel like they're doing a lot of work on themselves, and they're starting to recognize that this connection between you is a past life connection, and that there is more to knowing you than just this lifetime. They really they recognize that fully now. They're starting to explore it a little bit more. Getting to know each other. We've got here. I definitely feel you'll be hearing from this person and they want to get to know you a little bit more. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens. And what they've recognized also is that they deal with relationships on the surface. They never really give themselves 100%. They feel like it is, now this is not a gender specific reading, but I'm getting an energy of, if you're vulnerable with the person you love, you're no longer strong. And this person likes to have like some sort of boundary up that shows them strong, capable, and that they are always achieving and doing, and that they don't need anyone's help, ever. This person is out on a mission in life to kind of prove themselves, and that they've got it all going on and they're self-reliable and that they don't need anybody else. Okay, but in truth, when they are, you know, lying in bed and everything, they yearn for a very deep connection, but they just don't know how to break that boundary, that barrier that is often between themselves and another person. Now, you can feel the connection, Cancer. What they're giving me here is, they give me the word capricious. That's why I'm like, I stumbled there, capricious. I personally do not know what that word means, so I have to look that up, but they gave me the word capricious. Okay, so whatever that means. So what I'm hearing from this is that they want to come in and give you a bit of truth about themselves, because someone has advised them. I feel like someone has given them some advice there with regards to opening up, and they're recognizing that if they give a piece of truth of themselves, that often people mirror that and give them a piece of truth of themselves, and they start to create some sort of depth. I feel this person also in their friendships, there is no depth to their friendships. They often coast on the surface, have a laugh, you know. The deep stuff, nobody talks about it, okay? Male or female, not a gender-specific reading. This applies to both, they're giving me. Yeah, it's all on the surface, because to get close means to possibly be hurt, okay? This person, yeah, they keep their emotions deep, deep, deep. And yeah, they can be hurt, and they have been hurt in the past. But they save their tears for their pillow when they're on their own. This is what they're giving me. This person's very private when it comes to emotions. And we have unrequited love here. They're giving me, this is why they ran away. They felt that there was not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, but that they were self-sabotaging, and it was a lie, okay? This person ran away because they wanted to, yeah, they're getting here, they wanted to be free and almost sow their royal oats. It's kind of like they felt now is not the time to settle down. So they may have told you that there wasn't enough attraction there, or they may have told you that there was no chemistry, but they're recognizing that they were just playing, they were being a player, is what they're giving me. If you have a look at the photo, this person is a bit of a player energy. They like a lot of attention from a lot of people. Now, Cancer, that does not mean that this person actually, you know, slept with every conquest. They just enjoy the attention because this person has low self-worth, low self-esteem. That does not give anybody, that's not an excuse, that does not give anybody an excuse or reason to treat someone in a very shoddy behavior or, you know, negative sense, or be abusive in any way. But I feel like this person has told you, this is why this card is turned up, because they recognize that you have a past life relationship here, and they recognize they need to get to know you deeper because this is something unexplainable to them, and they have a lot of passion for you, and they're about to communicate this with you. And I feel like they may have told you in the past that there wasn't enough substance to the relationship, and that's why they couldn't connect, or they didn't connect. But they're telling me with this card that it was a lie. Now, normally when this comes out, I would tell you, actually, this person, move on, because this person, there's nothing there. But this person, this card is telling me right now, they're telling me, I'm being guided to say that this was a cover-up. A lot, you know, they wanted to cover their deep emotions and cut and run. This person is cut and run. There may be something here in the Virgo reading for you also. Perhaps you're dealing with a Virgo, or you have a Virgo placement, because the person that they were dealing with was also a bit of a, and Libra, done a runner. Yeah, this person is, yeah, they just, I'm sorry, I'm just getting a little bit more from this. Yeah. Okay, this person, they even keep like ex-conquests and everything. They got them on their phone, like the ghosts of the past. You've got this person here is just like a ghostly type figure in this card. They keep them on like, it's almost like they breadcrumb them so that they can get an ego rub. Okay, they have no interest in these people whatsoever, but it's an ego rub to make themselves feel attractive. I feel like this person in their social circle, they're not the main person. They feel very inadequate, and when they get attention, it's the only way that they feel validated. And this is by male or female, and I mean in terms of friendships as well, but in terms of love interests and sexual conquests. I feel like this person, they just want the ego rub is what I'm getting here, Cancer. They just really want to get the ego rub. And in order to maintain a distance, they say, you know what, it's not you, it's me, you know, I've just got so much going on. You know, the chemistry, you know, I'm not feeling it right now. Those are the excuses this person is giving to push you away and to push others away. This person keeps everybody at a distance, okay? But what they told you in particular, Cancer, they're giving me is a lie, okay? They do actually have a lot of passion for you, but they tend to tell people quite a lot. You know, it's not you, it's me. This chemistry, it's not there. You know, I'm doing my business right now. They've got a lot of excuses, okay? And this is coming up as their excuse card. We're going to go deeper and get some energy that will clarify what I'm giving you at the moment. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can we please see the energy of the twin flame for my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? For those of you who are new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. Yeah, they're healing from this. I take jumpers from the pack. I do not choose the card, as I believe that is my energy and not the message you're meant to receive. And also, this is, yeah, look at that. This person wears a mask, for sure. Okay, they want one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. For those of you who are interested, I'm using the White Witch Tarot to get the general overview energy of the twin flame. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. These are current energies, what we're dealing with right now. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Death. Yeah, ego death, right there. Okay, so we are dealing with, this person's in healing, and this person, okay, this person's in healing, and they're opening up to the connection here. As you can see, this person, their eyes are wide awake, and they're starting to heal their heart, but feel with their heart, because they often believe, like, you know, they don't want deep connections with anybody because they just don't want to feel. It's a very strange thing. They just don't want to feel. This is what they're running away from any sort of emotions because they feel you could be dealing with another water sign here, because the death card, Scorpio, they gave me the word Scorpio just now. So the death card is present. But someone who has a lot of, they're actually crippled by their emotions, and that's why they try and push them down and run away from everything, because they just do not want to feel. Now, I'll go deeper and find out why that is, but they're in healing mode, and they're starting to open their heart to their heart chakra in order to feel and have that energy. It's really fascinating them at the moment, is what I'm getting, because they're seeing all over the place how they've created a path of destruction, is what they're giving me. A path of destruction, not only in their romantic lives, but in their private lives, in terms of their friendships, their family. This person causes a lot of pain. There is a lot of pain that goes with this person. I really feel as well that this person is on some sort of substance from time to time. An occasional substance user is what they gave me here. Some people are in the grip of it all the time, but this person dabbles. And it's often when they're feeling reckless and they just want to lose themselves and not feel, okay, is what they're giving me here. But this person, look at that. They're always dealing with some sort of ghost here. Like there's another ghost figure of a star here. And what they're giving me is they always have some sort of hope with regards to connections. But it's always like they like living in the past, you know, how that person made them feel. It's all about their ego, okay? And they deal with ghosts from the past always. This person lives in the past a lot, okay? But they're also running from it. It's very strange energy. It's almost like this person is an enigma. They're kind of a conundrum, which again does kind of sit well with the Scorpio energy. but we'll come to that in a moment. Person is definitely healing, but as you can see, the eyes are wide open here. I read the cards in different packs differently because every card pack has a different energy, but what they're giving me with this particular card, and I'm seeing this for the first time, is this person has their eyes wide open to the pain that they actually caused other people. So I do expect an apology to come in for you, Cancer. I think it is going to relate to the unrequited love. They're going to tell you that actually they didn't mean it. They wanted to hurt you because they wanted to push you away. There is this energy of you're getting too close, and because there is a twin flame connection here, you understand them without speaking. You have a psychic connection, a very strong bond with this person, and they were afraid of that. Okay, so they needed to hurt you in the most possible way. You know, often I say rejection is God's protection, and actually, Cancer, you were meant to be protected from this person in order to go and love yourself, okay, and feel enough all by yourself. But this person, they tried to hurt you by rejecting your love in order to push you away, and that's not, deep down, that's actually not what they really wanted to do. But what they're giving me here is there's a lot of regret. I mean, it's too late now, obviously, the damage is done, and you know, I feel like you, Cancer, have been working on yourself too, and you're healing from that. But this person is feeling remorse at this time as they're doing their healing. They're seeing themselves so clearly, and there is a lot of shame here. Okay, the Devil. This person wears a mask. Okay, often, as I said, I read cards very differently each time, and they give me a different meaning for it each time. This one is when I've got the Devil energy. Yes, there's some sort of substance abuse here, but ultimately this person wore a false mask all the time. You know, even with their friends and their family, no one knows the real them because they're running from it themselves. And this person's finally taking off that mask. They're finally looking at themselves, and they do not like what they see. But there is some sort of, there is an ego death as well that's going here. They are seeing things so clearly, and they're recognizing how toxic their behavior is. Okay, some of them are still in the grips of this. They are trying to heal from it, but they are still they're still getting the call to come back to this toxic energy, and they're fighting it, is what I'm getting. But ultimately with this card, the mask is dropping, and they're seeing themselves in the mirror, and they do not like what they see. In fact, there is a lot of self-loathing with this person. But they're definitely having an ego death. It's a very painful ego death. And, you know, karma catches up with all of us eventually. So how we live our life, that's just, you know, you got to deal with those effects, the cause and effect of that. But this is big changes in their life, okay? There's a lot of endings. Endings to toxic behaviors, and also a rebirth of being... they want to be, this is a very specific message. They want to be inspirational. They want to be liked and loved by people, but they recognize that they don't even like or love themselves, so they cannot expect anyone else to feel the same. So there is a lot of self-loathing going on here with this person. As you can see, they recognize, again, they're showing me this, they recognize that they hurt you really badly, Cancer. As you can see, this figure here, this one here is crying, and this person here is looking with concern, and they've got an arm. So this person is going to reach out to you, and they're going to acknowledge how badly they hurt you, and that they recognize they did it on purpose, Cancer, to push you away, is what they're giving me here. Interesting. What they have said here is the thing that hurt you cannot heal you. Okay, Cancer, so this is a message to you. The person who hurt you cannot heal you. So what they're giving me here is that you have to have gone away and healed yourself all by yourself, and, you know, be standing in self-love, self-respect when this person comes on in, because this person, they're healing themselves. The thing that hurt you cannot heal you. But they are coming in to give you some communication in acknowledgement that what they did was wrong, okay? They're having a real huge awakening here. It's very scary to them. They're actually terrified, this person. I see a figure. I'm seeing a male figure crouched in a corner, hands over their head, really like in fetal position, and they are in distress at what they see of themselves. Okay, they are going to come through it, but they're feeling a lot of remorse. And it's not just for you, Cancer. They've hurt a lot of people. This person is destructive. There is a wake of destruction behind them, and they did it on purpose because they were hurting. We'll go deeper and find out why. Thank you so much, my beautiful spirit guides, guardian angels. Can you please guide my gorgeous Cancerians? What do they need to know regarding this connection? For this clarification reading, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. Thank you so much. This is a block together, so interesting. Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is the communication that's coming on in. They're working things out, okay? But if you haven't heard already, because I'm trying to tap into the current energies. If you haven't already heard from this person, Cancer, then they are coming in very soon, okay? I will try and get a date on it, but this is almost an immediate energy, okay, that I'm getting here. Ace of Swords, they want to communicate their passion for you and how they actually felt for you, not the mask they gave you, because they felt they're like too cool for school, this energy, too cool for school. You know, women and men, they kind of adore me. I mean, this is not a gender specific reading, so I'm giving both sides. But people adore me, and you know, I just don't make any connections to anybody because I'm footloose and fancy free. Okay, that sort of energy. I'm a free spirit, guys. You know, you can't pin me down. That sort of energy. A lot of ego with this person, and they got a lot of attention, I feel, both in terms of their career, but also from people. And as much as they gave an image that they were getting a lot of people interested in them and that they had a lot of conquest, this person did not. It's all an image, okay? They wanted people to think that of them, that they are like that, but deep down they're not. They push people away, okay? And there is just a lot of ego involved with this person. They're listening to their higher wisdom right now, and they're releasing, as you can see, that crow is flying. They're releasing I love crows. I think they're amazing creatures, but they're giving me at the moment that this is a negative cycle. They're releasing that. So that's the image they're giving me for that crow. As I said, normally I love crows. They're so intelligent and bringers of various news. But this card right now is telling me that they're releasing the toxic cycles, and they're releasing the negative conversation that they had in their own head. They're giving me, as well as the negative way of talking to be very cutting and hurtful towards people. So the way that they used to speak to you, Cancer, they're giving me, it was not very nice. It was to chip your ego and almost like mold you into something that it's not very nice. It's like a playful, you know, like that mischievous, playful energy. They wanted to see how much you would do for them. That sort of energy. You know, they keep chipping away at you. Perhaps said some negative things about you to damage your ego because they wanted you to be as damaged as them. You probably felt that because the twin flame energy is quite intense, and we often we absorb the other's energy, and vice versa. We mirror each other. So they wanted you to feel as low as they felt about themselves. There's a lot of projection going on with this connection towards you. They're releasing that energy. So they're just giving me things like, they're giving me like a sentence, which is, you have nothing to offer me, or you have nothing to offer the connection, or, you're the only thing beautiful about you is your eyes, and I mean, the rest of you is kind of plain. They're just giving me horrible sentences, like this person would give you like a backhanded compliment. So they would almost, I don't know what that's called, but it's a form of trying to cut your wonderful soul down and make you feel bad about yourself. So they give you like a compliment about you, something positive, and then they follow it right up with a negative in order to make you doubt how beautiful you are, or doubt how intelligent you are, or how good you are at your job. They recognize they did that on purpose, and that it was a very horrible, negative way of dealing with you, and they want to come in and acknowledge that with you. I expect to see this card, Ten of Cups, you know, they want total love and support, and they want contentment with you is what they're giving me. They recognize that they need to get to know you better in order to proceed with this connection, and they want to give you, it's a strange way of saying it, they want to give you like little nuggets of truth about themselves, so that they don't want to give too much, because there's this image they've still got, which is to be strong, and that, you know, nothing hurts them, but they want to be vulnerable. They want to say, look, this is my past, or this is what happened to me, or, you know, so that you will open up and share something about you. But they don't want to give it all, because they feel if they lay it all on the line, then it exposes them, and they don't like that. They feel very exposed and vulnerable, and they don't want to be that straight away. So they're just going to give you little pieces so that you open up a bit, they open up a bit. It's an equal thing. Ultimately, they're coming back because they've always dreamed of like settling down with you and having this family unit that is happy, and they want possibly want children. They do want children. Perhaps you even have children with this person. But they want to celebrate your union. They want to come together, and they want they want it to be something that they've never had, is what they've given me here. This is what they're going to communicate. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles is that they are working on themselves to get this, okay? They are deeply cleansing themselves. They have a lot of hope there with that candle, but ultimately the Eight of Pentacles is about working, okay? Working really hard to be the best that they can be, because this is what they ultimately want there, okay? And they're coming in as this huge mask is dropped, and they're recognizing that life is so much more simple than they gave it credit for. This person liked drama, you know, they caused a problem on purpose. So, and then to push people away, they just didn't want to have any connections. And this was with friends as well. They're quite argumentative with friends and family, because there is this constant cycle of pushing, but they're working on themselves, okay? They want to love themselves. This card is about loving, you know, loving yourself, mastering yourself, loving what you do, loving who you are, being more healthy. Look at that, all those wonderful spices, sages, natural products, but also healthy mind there with that feather. It's always like, you know, meeting of minds. They want to put, you know, goodness in their brain, in their heart, in their soul. They want goodness, and they're mastering that, okay? They recognize it's taking time, and that it, you know, it is a cycle. But they're dropping those cycles is what they're giving me. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? Ooh. Look at that, Knight of Swords. Definite communication coming on in with this Knight of Swords. And they're going to tell you that they've changed their life, okay? Knight of Swords is often about a lifestyle change. And that this person needed to make it, and make it fast, because they've had this massive ego death, and they cannot run from it all anymore. They've given me the sentence, too long in the tooth. They're too long in the tooth. So they're very immature, but they're waking up. They are maturing right now. And they were always on the run. They were always on the run. Look at this, the Knight of Swords on the run. Get on that motorcycle. That motorcycle looks like it's built for one. And, you know, being guided by the negative forces, they just always cut and run, this person. But they're coming in to communicate that they don't want to run anymore, is what I've got. And they don't want to push things away. This person is, you know, the Knight of Swords is always about changing their lifestyle, and not just talking about it. They're taking action on it, okay? The swords are about intellect, using the mind. They finally made a decision there, and swords are also about communication. So they're coming on in there almost like a messenger to tell you that they felt a bit like, yeah, they always felt like they were just on the run looking for the next conquest, because you can see that crossbow thing there. The next conquest, because of this image. But the thing is, this conquest, it never went anywhere. There was no substance to it, if they even did follow through and be with somebody. which I feel like actually they led a lot of people on, this person, because of their ego, and they never followed through. So, you know, all this, it was always this thing about, yeah, unrequited love, unrequited love. They wanted to be that playboy energy that everybody dreamed of. Again, not a gender specific reading, male or female. It's the idea of the playboy. You know, if there was a playgirl opposite, I'd say that. But it's this idea of being that, you know, that lover that people could never quite get hold of, because I feel like this person didn't actually follow through. They didn't have sex with these people. They just led them on to believe that maybe there was something, and then they would leave heartbreak in their wake, is what I'm getting. Ultimately, they were running away from intimacy, but the only connection that they keep coming back to, Cancer, is yours, because they recognize the twin flame. There is a lot of passion here, and they recognize that you've known each other before, and that you and them were meant to be. This is how they're feeling. You may feel different, very different, because of the way they treated you. Oh, I think that's too many. Let's have a look. My wrist just clicked out. For those of you who are new to my channel, I get guided to the ones I can take and not take. They said no. Okay. You may feel differently, is what I was saying, because of the way they treated you. You do not have to accept this person back into your life. But I'm letting you know that they are finally waking up to the twin flame connection towards you, or with you. And they're going to give you some communication about it. So they've just given me forewarned is forearmed. So be ready, Cancer, is what they're giving me. So we have Three of Swords in reverse, okay? This is the apology, okay? I knew that they were going to come on in. It is just next to the unrequited. The way that they talk to you was just unacceptable. Now, again, there is no excuse for this person, but they are going to give you reasons why, okay? There is some sort of loss in this person's life. I feel, you know, often I get readings where the person is dealing with abandonment issues, or, you know, various reasons for substance abuse. But this person's reason for running away, I'm getting here, is loss, okay? So they may have lost someone very close to them when they were younger. They're giving me two energies. It's either a parent figure they lost through some sort of illness, or, you know, passed over to the other side. But they're also giving me a brother energy, that someone's brother passed younger. When they were younger, sorry, this brother could have been older. There was some sort of shock factor to this. It was not something that was a long-term illness. It was a shock. It happened, and it made this person recognize not to build any sort of feelings or connections with people, because ultimately you lose them just like that. And so they emulated this kind of energy of not wanting to build any connections because they could be lost, and the better way to deal with this was to let the other person lose them, like that, so that they didn't build a connection. They pushed everybody away. So they're going to communicate this to you. This is an apology card when it's in the reverse, but there is a communication. They're going to, as I said, they're going to give you little nuggets of truth about why they are like this, and this is their findings in their wake-up call, in their healing process. Okay, again, Cancer, you can have the energy of, so effing what? You know what? You destroyed me. This is how you made me feel. Even though I know that we're twin flame energy, you destroyed me with what you said, okay? Because I knew we were supposed to have this happy ever after. I knew you were meant to walk with me till the end of time, but you pushed me away and made me feel like I was worthless, okay? They know that. They recognize that now. They've always seen it, but now they're seeing the very dark truth in the mirror of who they really are and what they have left, the destruction in their path. And they want to make up for it. They want to apologize, okay? How you receive this is your call, Cancer. I'm just giving you the energy of what is about to come on in for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know in regards to this twin flame connection? Can you please guide them? Thank you so much. Yeah, look at that. Tower moment, okay? They have had a big wake-up call. This was an unwanted change, so something came on in there that just blew their mind, and they just recognized their part in the destruction. Okay, I feel that there was some sort of violence that happened with this person in some way. Perhaps they have just lost someone again that they respected, because, okay, they're giving me, interesting, what they're giving me is no matter how much they tried to run away from a connection with people and they felt they were doing it successfully, they were not. They were still having emotions, and they recognize now, because I feel like they have again lost somebody. Okay, I feel like I feel it's a friend. That's what I'm getting, some sort of friendship they have lost. I'm seeing it's to do with a passing, and they recognize that no matter how much they thought they were not building deep connections with people, they were wrong. Okay, and they recognize the mask has to come off, and they have to face the truth. Okay, so this Tower moment is very painful for them, but they are getting their karma. Okay, so I do expect a karma card to come up here. This is their awakening moment. Often people are very afraid of that Tower moment. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck, people leap from a burning tower because a lightning bolt has struck it. So I read that as there has been a big wake-up call, an aha moment, and it sets your very foundations on fire. And you have a choice. You can stay exactly where you are and get burnt, or you can take a leap of faith into the unknown and see where that goes. This person is taking action to leap into that unknown, to start anew. They recognize they need to build proper foundations in order to proceed in a more happier lifestyle. Okay, Six of Wands energy has also come up here. Now this is some sort of good news. I feel like they feel you, Cancer, are the good news, or perhaps you have had good news. Either way, they're giving me, when they're with you or when they were with you, they felt special. They felt like they were something. They felt like they were worthy. And because they actually felt like they were not worthy deep down, that's why, again, they pushed you away. But they want to come back in and they want to celebrate this connection they have with you. So they may also have some sort of good news in their work that they've just received. And the first person, they're giving me, the first person that they thought of sharing that news with was you, Cancer. But then they had to stop in their tracks and go, why was Cancer the first person I wanted to reach out to? Well, yeah, it's because I still have feelings for that person, and there is passion there, and we have a deep connection. And then they started looking into twin flame energy and soulmate, and they're recognizing what bonds you and them share. Is it twin flame? Is it soulmate? Is it karmic? They're looking into this spiritual arena, okay? And they're recognizing that. Now, some of you, either you, Cancer, or them may be in the spotlight for something. You may be in the public eye, but this is basically, they're giving me the image, this person's image, okay, that they always projected to other people, which is doing really well, getting recognition. Yes, they're having the ego death, but there is also some sort of good news surrounding them as well. They're being lauded for their passionate work or something, and they recognize that that is enough to gain recognition and love, and passion from your work is enough. They do not need to seek these, what's the word they're giving me? One moment, please. It's like fickle, these fickle, fake connections with people or love conquests. They recognize they do not need that to build their ego. Okay, so they're celebrating that they don't need to run after recognition from people of no substance or connections with no substance. They recognize that their happiness lies with you, and that as long as they've got, now again, Cancer, you may not want them back. It's up to you. We can never destroy a twin flame connection or a bond. But what we can do, sometimes we try and cut cords with that, but actually what we do is we cleanse the bond, and we actually bring it, the push and pull, stronger. So you do not have to be with your twin flame. But you can recognize that the bond is there. So you do not have to accept this person back if you do not wish to. But the way that they are looking at this connection is that they're hoping if they can come back and get you to know them, and they want to get to know you better. They see their happy ever after with you, and having a successful business. That's all they need. That's all they feel like they need here. They're realizing how immature they were in the past, seeking out thank you, connections that did not serve them, were only an ego boost. Okay, and they treated you in the same way. Yes, they do want me to receive these. Okay, Ace of Wands. Interesting. Ace of Wands in reverse is they see your relationship as a false start, and that they were brutal to you, okay, in their rejection of you. That's what they're giving me here. There was a brutal disconnection of passion from their part. And they see that the relationship that they had with you as a false start. They feel there is unfinished business here. Well, let's see if we get the World in reverse card here. But yeah, they see that they rejected you too early, and they should have. The right thing to do was to explore your relationship and let the passion continue, but they ran away from it. Okay, but this is all what they're going to be communicating. It all starts with communication. This person really wants to tell you. Okay, this is the Chariot. They're coming on in there. They're taking control of their life. Cancerian energy. This is yourself. So they're giving me the dual energy of this, which is for your twin flame, but also for you. You're taking charge of your own life, Cancer, okay? You're putting it in a direction you feel comfortable with, and you're taking that action, but also they are too, okay? They're no longer going to be a person of words. They want to be a person of action. You could also be dealing with another Cancerian, but this person's taking charge of their journey, and they want to make that journey towards you in earnest, okay? They do not want to lose you here, is what they're giving me. They're taking charge of it all, and they're charging towards you. You may be running in the other direction, far, far away from them, but they want to come in truth to you, okay? It starts with the Sword of Truth there with that Ace of Swords. Seven of Wands in reverse. They recognize that they had weak boundaries when it came to being influenced by other people, and they quit on you too soon, is what they're giving me. They stalled too soon, and they ran away. Okay, they were not acting out of their higher good. They were off balance. They were not connected to their higher self, and they, yeah, it's almost like they put huge barriers up against anything that came towards us, any soul connection, even friendships that they felt, oh, you know, there's some sort of weird soul connection going on with this person. Barrier, barrier, barrier. They just had all the barriers up there with that Seven of Wands. Okay, Two of Wands. They're waiting they're waiting here to find the right time to come towards you. Yeah, they're finding the right time to come towards you here. Interesting. This person also wants to make some sort of travel plans when the world goes back to some sort of normal. They want to do something they've never done, which is go on a bit of a road trip. They want to go see the world a bit more. This person, they've just self-sabotaged themselves and never done anything that they truly wanted to do. They ran away from everything. I don't need to travel. I don't need to see the world. I don't need this. I don't need that. Free spirit, where? Okay, it's all an image. The mask is dropping finally, okay, is what they're giving me. But this person is waiting for the right opportunity to tell you about how they feel and their passions for you. They're also waiting for some sort of work results to come through. Yeah, they're waiting for some sort of work results to come through before they can do something about traveling, okay? This is something separate they're giving me. This is not towards you, because I feel like they know exactly what they need to tell you. Okay, right. So it's just next to the Fool card, which is in the reverse position. There's a dual meaning here. So they cannot take a new start physically in the world on their new path because of what's going on around the world with this pandemic. Things are in delay for them. So they cannot take a physical new start. But also they recognize with this card, this is the jewel meaning, the second meaning, that they were very careless with your heart, and they were absent. They're giving me the word absent there with you. They recognize that you were this person giving the heart, your jewel, and that they were very careless with it, and they did not accept it. They ran away from it. They did not want a beginning with you. They didn't want to start a journey with you, and they ran away. Okay, they were unprepared. They're giving me they were unprepared to take the journey with you because they did not know themselves, and they were running away from building connections with people in general. Okay. King of Swords in reverse. Okay, King of Swords in reverse, often a very abusive person verbally, so they're acknowledging that for sure. Also, we have here that you thought that they were a bit of a con person. You know, you never believed anything they said, Cancer. And this is the image they're giving, which what they're giving me here is that there was no overlap with you and another person. There's no third-party situation going on here is what they're giving me. They loved attention from other people. It was all an image. It was all a facade, okay? So they may have been texting people, and to me, a Scorpio, I mean, even texting, don't shoot me here, but even being a Scorpio, I'm coming in truth here, which is even if my partner would be texting someone like raunchy stuff, that is betrayal. I'm off. Cut, and I would be cut and run. I would not put up with that crap. Okay, but the way that this person sees it, you could be dealing with someone who's an air element, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but the way this person sees it is that they were just using words to get attention and build their ego. There was no physical cheating on you or no physical action with another person is what they're giving me here, but you felt different. Okay, Cancer, this is what this person wants to say with this card. But there was no wisdom with this person. They were not acting in truth. So they recognize that it was still a betrayal. But ultimately with this card, they want to give, they want to come in and tell you that, you know, they recognize how abusive they were. Okay. And that the things that they said, they did not mean. Deep down, they just wanted to hurt you and push you away. Again, there is no excuse for that sort of crappy behavior. I wouldn't accept it. You shouldn't accept it. But I'm telling you what they're going to come on in and communicate to you. Okay, they're also giving me this signal. I just want to have a look 1 second. What is that? Okay, this is bizarre. Okay, well, they're giving me some sort of... I don't know why I always get food, but I guess food's very important to humans. They're giving me some sort of custard thing. It's a yellow creme type thing, custard thing that maybe creme brulee or I don't know, some sort of custard tart or something. Something that you are either eating right now or you have prepared for the day or you just bought, or it's a dessert that you and this person used to indulge in quite a bit. It has to be something, it can't be something like, oh yeah, once we had a creme brulee in a restaurant. It can't be like that. It has to be something that was your thing, okay? Or that you're having at this present moment in time. That just means there is something in here, a message for you in particular to pay attention to. That's what they're giving me. 7 of Cups in reverse, okay? They have a lot of clarity. Their illusion is ending. The illusion that they built for themselves, and they're restoring a sense of self, but also clarity as to what they want. Okay, it's just over the 10 of Cups there of what they truly desire, and that they were not speaking their true passion. This person, yeah, they're finally picking the right path, as it were. Whether that's your way, it's up to you, Cancer. The Hermit. The Hermit in reverse is this person is dealing with isolation mode in quite a bad way. Their Tower moment is very destructive towards them because not only is the things that they've built crumbling around them, but their sense of self, their ego is crumbling. And it's a very shocking, as I said, I've got this image of a person, a male, crouched in a fetal position. It's almost like all the things that they ever did to people is revisiting them all in one moment. okay, and they do not like what they see. They're giving me the film, like in the book Christmas Carol, Scrooge, you know, they're giving me this energy. Oh, I'm also seeing Bill Murray, which is, are any of you dating Bill Murray? Okay, no, yeah, oh yeah, he was in a film, Scrooged, that's it, okay. But it's like the ghosts of Christmas past are visiting this person at this present time, okay, and they're showing them what an asshole they were, okay, and they just cannot. It's like an overload of seeing their life, what they did to everybody, but most importantly, how much they hurt you. It's just destroying them, okay? So they're going to communicate this to you, and you know, rightly so, they should acknowledge this. With this card, they're acknowledging that they do not want to repeat the same mistakes, okay? But they were stuck in a cycle of making those mistakes, and they don't want to do that anymore, okay? They have asked for another. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? I think that's too many, but let's have a look. No, they want these. They keep giving me the word capricious again. Capricious? Is there a restaurant called Capricious? Capricious? Anyway, we have here 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is about interesting. This is about financial setbacks, but also workaholism. This person had an image to keep up, and they were often very envious of other people. This is something they acknowledge. They're not proud of it, but they felt, because there was a lack of getting to know people on a deeper level, both in terms of their friendships and their romantic relationships, they felt the only thing there was in life to do was to work and to earn money and to build an empire. Excuse me. Almost like an emperor, but in reverse, because they were immature and they had problems with power and planning, and they just had a big nasty ego, is what they're giving me. 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so 9 of Cups in reverse is this person was bratty, immature, and broke up with you, but other people also, because of self-loathing, and they did not love themselves, so they felt that their cup was not full enough to give you anything. They had nothing to offer you, okay? Interesting, okay. They want to show it in the upright position. This person, again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading, this person felt like they were Prince Charming, that sort of energy, you know, Don Juan, okay? And the mask has slipped, and they are none of that. Okay, it was all an image. This person, as I said, they often did not follow through on romantic conquests. There was no sex involved. It was always about being a ladies' man, or a, you know, that sort of energy, but not following through on it. It was all the image, is what they're giving me, and they don't want to be that anymore. They want to come in truth. Yeah, the 10 of Pentacles. They want to come in truth with a solid offer towards you. This is about, the 10 is about leaving a legacy. They want to grow old with you. They want retirement with you. They want the happy family, as you can see, that 2.4 children with the dog. But they're waiting for something in their work as well. Financially, there's something that they're waiting for their project to come through, something that they're passionate about before they can come to you in truth. Actually, they're going to come to you in truth first, but they want to give a solid offer towards you. The 10, you're their wish fulfillment. You're everything that... They're giving me a sentence. One second. You're the full package, the real deal. You're the full package, the real deal, is what they're saying, Cancer. You're their wish fulfillment, okay? 9 of Cups is about getting everything you wish for, okay? So they're recognizing, Cancer, that you were everything. Okay, they recognize the past life relationship connection, the twin flame. They recognize they didn't allow you to get to know them properly, even though you feel on a deep psychic bond level, because that's what twin flame energy is all about. They want you to know them more, and they want to know themselves more, and they want to know more about you. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of passion. They're coming on in to tell you all of these things. Whether you take it or not is totally up to you. 9 of Swords. This is how they are at the moment, okay? This nightmare, this anxiety, grief, depression. I see them in the fetal position because they feel like you will not correspond with them. They feel like they've probably lost you and that they are a little bit too late in the day to be doing what they were doing. Okay, this person is very worried that you will there's a lot of anxiety here. This person is also in deep loss. They have lost someone recently. As I said, I feel like a friend of theirs has passed, and all their hard work of trying not to feel anything for anybody was worthless, because they did feel emotion. But there is something deep from childhood. I'll pull a card on it. Something deep from childhood. They lost somebody, and they're just in deep grief. Now, obviously, the human element is to feel empathy for this person, but the way they treated you, you may not feel that. I'm just feeling their emotions at the moment. I feel they're in a lot of torment at the moment, okay? But there is a clarity that comes from that torment. It was meant to happen. Six of Swords in reverse is they're unable to move on from you, okay? No matter how much they tried, Cancer, they cannot move away from you. They cannot move on from the bond that they had with you, and that's what they're going to tell you. They're stagnant, though. They have been stagnant, not anymore. The present energy is they're going to come in to speak their truth. They were stagnant because they didn't know how to deal with this. They're all up in their head. They're trying to work things out. They just cannot compute, but now they recognize that there are other forces involved when it comes to the universe, and that the universe is lining things up for them in order to speak their truth. Two of Swords, okay? They're making a decision as to the best way to... interesting. They're working out the best way to approach you because they feel a bit stuck in their head a little bit at the moment, because they feel like if they come towards you, they fully expect you to rebuff them and send them on their merry way to F off somewhere else. That's what I'm getting. But if you do that, they're stuck. They do not know what to do. They will be a bit lost. And Cancer, that's just what has to happen if that's the way you want to proceed. But they're recognizing this energy that if you turn them away, they will be lost. They won't know. They'll be lost in torment. They will not know what to do. Okay. But you know, you had to deal with that energy. Again, they're giving me that symbol. What is that symbol? Okay, this must mean something to somebody. I'm going to have to tell you, I can't work it out. So I cannot transfer it or transmute it to you, but I'm going to give it to you. So basically it's a triangle, and it has a line through the triangle. Okay, there is this symbol that they keep giving me that's very important. So it's a triangle like that, and it has one line through the triangle. I will look it up afterwards, but they keep giving me this triangle. Perhaps this person has a tattoo of that triangle, or it means something to somebody out there, but they keep giving it to me, and I can't understand it. I can't understand what they're trying to give me. Okay, and they haven't given me any words with it either. So perhaps you know what it is. If you do, please put it in the comments box. I'd love to know. Incidentally, I do read all my comments that you send to me, and I do go through them. I'm quite slow with doing it because it's quite overwhelming. There's quite a lot of comments, but I do get round to you eventually. Okay, so please bear with me. But I do read everything. Thank you so much. Spirit guides, guardian angels, can you please, we have one more, thank you so much. What do my beautiful Cancerians need to know regarding twin flame energy? Yeah, World card, I said it earlier, I expected to see it, the World card in reverse. So they're just clarifying here, this is unfinished business they feel they have with you, and that's why they need to communicate all this with you. They're hoping that you feel the same. They want to give you the world. Okay, but at the moment they recognize that they did you wrong, and they want to tell you how sorry they are, how shameful they feel, and that your connection is unfinished. And it can never be finished unless, you know, that karmic lesson is learned, and you either let them go or they let you go. I feel it's more that you will decide to let them go, Cancer. But if you don't want to, then you walk forward in truth with this unfinished business, and you reconnect. And you start the healing process. Twin flame energy, we go through many stages, and when both humans are, you know, have completed the lessons they needed to learn, they often come back in truth, harmony, and can live their life out together in in love and passion, but sometimes we don't make that work in this lifetime, and we transmute the energy to the next lifetime. Okay, so they're recognizing the unfinished business here. Okay. Okay, we're just going to leave that there. They said that is enough from this deck. What I want to do is get a quick thing about the loss in their childhood. Can you please clarify the loss in their childhood? Who do they lose? Can you give me some sort of information on what this loss is in their childhood? Do you want those? I feel like they want that one. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so someone who also had a Cancerian energy, and this basically stopped them in their tracks. They could not move on from this energy. They are giving me a mother figure as well, but also they're showing me a brother as well. But it's a Cancerian energy, someone who has a Cancerian energy, and they couldn't move on from that. They lost all direction once that loss occurred, and that is the root of them being aimless in life, and they couldn't move on. Okay, they lost everything. They gave up almost on loving themselves, gave up on loving other people. They just gave up, and they just stayed stuck. Okay, that's all they're giving me for that. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, let's get Doreen Virtue card here. These are Angel Oracle cards. These are advice towards you as to what you should do with regards to this situation and what advice they would like you to know. And we have Creative Project. Okay, Cancer, so all you have to do right now is focus on doing you and whatever this wonderful creative project you've been guided towards doing. I feel your guides are whispering in your ear and helping you along in your direction there towards a very successful outcome. So perhaps, as I said, there was a dual energy with that Six of Wands about being very successful in something that you're passionate about, perhaps gaining some sort of award, recognition, but getting some good news regarding success. And it says here, your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. Okay, so Cancer, keep doing you here. And yeah, this person chipped away at your confidence. I feel like you've gained that confidence back, but keep going. Have confidence, because Cancer, you are beautiful and you are gorgeous. You have it all going on. Not only do you have an intense, deep set of emotional skills, you're very intuitive, psychic, often. You're really refreshing energy. You're mysterious. You're private. And, you know, you've just got it all going on. And you put 200% into your work. Also, everything you do is with soul. Okay, so they're just giving me that energy. And it says here, moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself, but confidence in God is also enough, along with knowing that God works through you and that through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers in any way, and we will buoy your courage and faith. Okay, Cancer, so they're with you every step of the way if you have any wobble in your confidence there, but you've got it all within you. There's nothing, you're full in yourself. You are enough. They have asked to go again. I'm getting goosebumps, so that is definitely a message for someone. Interesting. Notice the signs we have here. So when this person comes into you, there's going to be a lot of synchronicities. There's going to be a lot of, I don't know if you can see that right now. There's a little thing floating here. Looks like a little bit of fluff, but perhaps feathers or something for you, because it looked a bit of fluff, bit of feather thing. But yeah, I'm just going to hold this card in a moment and see what sort of signs you've been getting. But it says, notice the signs, and it says time to go. Okay, Cancer, so this could be a message, some advice for you. Let's read it and see what it says. It says here, notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and you're never alone. Okay, So yeah, yeah, you could have feathers there, but I'm just going to go deeper and see what kind of images I'm getting here. One moment, please. Okay, they give me a button, little button on your path there. Someone received a little button. That is an indicator for somebody out there that they are being guided and protected, and that they know that there is something in this message for them. So I'm getting a button, and this is quite a unique one, a little cat bell. Okay, they're showing me a little, you know, like the cats, they have those collars with a little bell on them, or like a jester bell type thing that rings to let birds know that they're around. That little bell seems to have fallen off that collar, or something is in the path in some way, or you find it's like a little jester bell. You find that on its own. Okay, so if that is you, that you found one of those bells or something randomly, that is a bell for you. That is a sign for you. Okay, that's what they've given me here. And time to go, it says. It says the sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. Okay, so that does talk about the twin flame cycle here. You know, each phase is different, is often a painful ending and a new beginning, but ultimately, you know, if we all have free will, Cancer, that's what I'm saying here. You decide whether you want to take a new start with this person, because they definitely want a new start with you. Okay, they feel there's unfinished business, but recognize that if it's your time to go, then it is your time to go on and move on. There will be someone beautiful and new for you. It will definitely not be your twin flame connection, obviously, because we only have one twin flame connection, but there are soulmates out there and people who are here to leave lessons. So if you do not wish to be with your twin flame, you can make that decision if it's too painful and you're in a good place in your life right now to move on, and you'll be guided to something beautiful and new. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, just get a trinket before we go. Thank you so much, for guys, joining me here. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancer? What do they need to know in regards to the situation? Oh, I knew we'd get it. I knew. I should have said it before it came out, because if you say it beforehand and then it happens and it's validated, I can't say I knew it because I didn't say it. So I wouldn't believe it if someone said, I was going to say that. Really? Well, why didn't you say it? So anyway, I knew the owl was going to come up, is what I'm saying. But anyway, I can't prove that because I didn't say it. So let's just leave it there. But the owl came up there for you, and this is about this person is opening their eyes and finally seeing the wisdom of how they've been treating everybody. They're doing a 360 of their life. They've given me with that head, the owl moving 360 of their life. They do not like what they see, but they are gaining wisdom from it. This is also a trinket for you, Cancer, to have wisdom. You've learned the lessons that you needed to learn. Use that wisdom to proceed with whatever decision you make. I feel like you were often the wise old owl. You saw everything, said nothing, okay? Let things slide because you just knew, okay? But ultimately, they're giving me here, there's a lot of wisdom here in this situation. What you do with it is your decision. Where would you like this owl to be? Okay. They want it to be on the world in reverse, because you too recognize that there is unfinished business here, and that there are lessons that had to be learned, and that there is a permanent cycle that is just, it happens, okay? But you're wise to it now. You see it. Before you woke up to the idea of twin flames, you recognized the importance of the connection, but you did not understand it fully until you started researching it, okay? But there was that knowingness, so you are very wise to the situation. Now, which would they like to, okay, they want that one next. We have the skull and crossbones, which is also present in the, no, it's not, in the death card. Okay, they're showing me the death card, and I thought, yeah, so traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the death card, skull and crossbones, that is a connection to the death card number 13, about big changes, endings, and moving on, a rebirthing cycle, the letting go of toxicity, and allowing that energy to leave, okay, in order to bring in new positive energy. So this person is definitely going through that tower moment, this wake-up call, and it's a very painful cycle for them. They do want this on the death card, so maybe that's what they meant. Okay, now we do have the peace sign. Okay, so this communication, Cancer, although it will be triggering, totally get that, it will be triggering, there will be some sort of peace that is brought to this situation, whether you decide to go back to your twin flame, or, you know, allow this reconnection, or whether you decide to move on. Ultimately, you will get peace from this situation, okay? Often when we get an apology, it helps us to close off. We can never destroy a twin flame connection, but it helps us to close off certain areas where we felt we were still hurting, okay? Bringing closure. But this ultimately would bring a lot of peace towards you. And where would they like this to be? Okay, they want this to be on the Ace of Swords. So the communication, although it will bring trigger, it will bring peace, this communication. And a wonderful ornate heart. Now, I thought this would be because hearts are healing for your person, your twin flame, but also for you. But actually they said no. They want this heart is only for you, Cancer. And they want you to see how unique it is. It's a very interesting heart. It's very ornate and a lot of different patterns there. They actually want you to recognize how important your heart is, how unique it is, how beautiful it is. It is very decorative, and it stands for a lot of beauty, a lot of growth. And your heart is 1 in a million, they just said. 1 in a million. Okay, so this heart is especially for you. It does not pertain at all to this reading. They want it very separate from this reading. This heart is only for you. Okay, Cancer? So Spirit is recognizing how unique you are and how your heart is so special. This heart is not for everybody. So they want you to be very careful who you give this heart to, because actually you're very important. That's what they're giving me. And they do not actually want this on the reading at all. They want this separate. In fact, they've asked me to move this. Okay. It's very important. They want it right there on a pedestal. They want, that's very important, that heart. Okay, my beautiful Cancer, that was quite a complex reading. I hope this resonated for some of you out there. If it did, please like or subscribe to my channel. It's completely free for you. All you have to do is press the little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next reading, but it also lets you know, it lets you know when I update my next reading, and it lets me know that you've resonated with the reading, which is very important for me. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, good luck with this situation. Remember how important that heart of yours is. You are beautiful. Okay, love and light.